What happened? Where do we go?
Okay,
we're back.
We're back with
back.
our live segment on the butternut squash soup, which is decorated like a spider web because Halloween is around the corner.
Fall.
And this incredible soup was made by Cristina, as always, with the help of this KitchenAid that her daughter Alex, and this is her daughter Ariana, are going to explain. What is
Yes.
How do you use that?
So this is a cordless hand blender. It's great for making soups. What's great about it is it has a couple different attachments, a whisk attachment, 2 different blades. You can turn it into a food processor. You can make frothy milk. You can make whipped cream. And the best part is, as a chef, and my mother's a great chef too, is that you can blend soups really easily, so you don't have to worry about putting it in a blender and the hot liquid exploding everywhere.
And that's how I made this.
And this is how she made it.
And what's really exciting is that we're giving these away. KitchenAid has given these to Cristina to give away, and the way to get in the giveaway is to say Cristina or Maria and Cristina's caregivers.
Right.
Because we want to, that's the hashtag, Maria and Cristina's caregivers, because we want to give these away to caregivers who are out there working
incredible, very special,
on the front lines of humanity 24/7. And the idea that you had was to give these to all the caregivers who are caregiving and working so hard and don't have a chance to make beautiful soup like this. So that's what you have to do, is put that hashtag in, and you're kind of, and you can write about
a caregiver, someone nominate somebody that's very special, what they've done, share their story. Their stories are always so incredible and so inspiring and moving. These people are true heroes in the way they lovingly give back.
And KitchenAid has given you, we're going to be giving these away at random over the next couple of weeks, all these different KitchenAid blenders, those thingies, which
stand mixers. We're doing a stand mixer in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we're going to be giving that away.
The best part about this thing is the cleanup is so easy.
Ariana did this cleanup. Just like
really,
you're good at that.
She's always on dish duty. So this is a great gift for a caregiver because the cleanup is very easy, simple.
Anything we can do to make it easier for caregivers.
Yes. And we thank KitchenAid for donating all of this equipment to us. They believe in what we're doing. They believe in the Alzheimer's movement, and they want to supply our kitchen with all of these wonderful appliances to help us do what we do here every single week.
And we want to do, what they're also helping us do is wiping out Alzheimer's, because all of the food that Christina's been doing the last couple of months is all brain healthy food, heart healthy food, and that's what this is, right? This butternut squash soup. It's
big old
brain healthy.
butternut squash.
You can enter the giveaway by going on either one of their Facebook pages and using the hashtag Maria and Cristina Caregiver, and you nominate or write a story about a caregiver that's close to you, and that is how you enter to win, and the winner will be picked at random.
Thank you for explaining that.
Yes.
Right. We didn't explain that properly. The hashtag. I was so busy with the KitchenAid, the caregiving, this butternut squash. And we've been, as everybody knows, we've been talking about all this brain healthy food for thought. We're doing a book together. Part of the proceeds of that book, Food for Thought, that Cristina is doing, will go to the women's Alzheimer's movement, and which we're really excited about. We're trying to raise money for gender-based research, and all of the research you've been doing is about, how to eat in a more healthy way for your brain and your body, right? And that's really become a passion for you.
It's become a passion for me. It's as of lately, ever since I started menopause, and I always knew that food and nutrition had everything to do with your health, whether it's Alzheimer's or any types of diseases that the body will eventually throw back at you. So you have to be very careful.
So normally Cristina and I, we do this in the kitchen over there, and we're always kind of laughing and giggling, and we're talking about how food looks like body parts, and it's always been for a really good cause, and people have seemed to really love it.
Yeah.
But 2 days ago, Cristina got a diagnosis that she wanted to share with all the people who've been so supportive to you over the last couple of months when you left home and family, and then you decided to use your voice for good, which I've been so
well, this has been incredible,
And so you wanted to share this diagnosis that really, once again, knocked you off your feet.
It knocked me off my feet, but the reason why I thought it was really important that we do this together, you've been so supportive of me and, and what we're trying to do, that I always tell my girls, I always come from honesty. You have to be honest, and you have to just put it out there, because that's the only way you can get back from the people who love you and support you. And I want to get the record straight, because I want to make sure that everybody understands that this diagnosis came in 3 days ago. It had nothing to do with anything that happened It just happened. It's like winning the lottery. I have what's called multiple myeloma. I've already been diagnosed with it. I've been to the best doctors all over, and speaking with them. Our very good friend Tom Brokaw has the same disease as I do. I'm glad to say that he's in his 5th year of remission.
Right.
I'm speaking with him next week. He's
Good.
going to help walk me through where I should go. But right now, it's not a fatal disease. It is a blood disease. And it's just one of those things that, happened to catch me. It's in the blood. It will never go away. It has to be managed, but it can be managed. I am doing it. I don't have to be on chemo. And the most important part, which I'm really excited to say, is that everything we've been talking about and writing about with helping find a cure for Alzheimer's, all the foods that I've been suggesting are the exact same foods that we've been talking about. And I've been eating this way, unfortunately not my whole life, but this is a blood disease, and it's just random. It just happens.
So Cristina, when you were telling me that this diagnosis was like shocking, but it brought you together because family is so important when any of us are diagnosed with anything, much less cancer or Alzheimer's, and you're blessed with an incredible husband who doesn't want to be in this shot, but these daughters of yours
and my other kids
flew
too.
across the country.
They were across the country, and I said, I need for you guys to come home. I have something to tell you. And they start arguing and whatever, and I said, okay. So I told them, and they were like on the midnight flight from wherever, and they were home.
And there's so many young people out in the country today who are caregiving for moms, for dads, for grandparents who are really trying to be the support system that we all need in good times and in bad. And so that I just want to shout out to these girls who have been so supportive of you always, and your husband,
and you, and my friends,
and your your prayer. We were talking on the phone the other day when you called me, and you wanted me to know, and you wanted your Facebook community to know that you're going to continue to try to do these food for thoughts.
No, I'm going to do it.
Okay, but we might miss a week or two in between, depending on how you're feeling.
I'm not planning on that.
Okay,
but
well,
I don't
that's
have
what you said to me on the phone. So I'm trying to give you an opening in case one day you don't feel good.
Fair enough. But the 3 P's I talked about, there's protocol, there's pills, and there's prayer. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to share it all with you as well, because I know that the power of prayer is so important. So you want to send them this way, I'm going to take it, and I'm going to use that to stay well. I don't look at myself as being ill, although I have to be realistic, but I want to point out to everyone, it's really important for you to take hold of your health, because I've been feeling rather poorly for about 6 weeks, and the first 2 times I went to the doctors, because I kept insisting something was wrong, they're dismissive. And I went, gosh darn it, no. So I kept on going until they finally found out what was wrong, and I'm glad I did, because it's scary to face this, and you can go, okay, there's nothing wrong with me, and then not do anything. If you feel in your gut, or if you know that you're not feeling normal, you are responsible for you. So you have to get yourself to the doctor, ask questions, don't be embarrassed, and just face the truth, because if you face the truth, then that is going to help set you free, and it's going to help you be strong enough to meet the challenges ahead. This is going to be a challenge. I want you all to know that I am not scared one bit. I'm not afraid. They don't like for me to say this. I'm not afraid of the alternative, because I have God in my life, so I'm fine with that. But I want to be with my children. I want to see them get married. I want them, when are you going to have babies?
This is taking a turn.
All that
Taking a turn.
But the most important thing is that for you guys just to take a hold of your own health.
I think what you just said that's super important, because so many of us go to the doctor and say, I have this or I have that, and very often people are dismissed, like it's in your head, you don't know what you're talking about. And I think everything we've been talking about since you've been doing these segments is about personalized health, empowered health, self-care. You know your body better than anybody. So if butternut squash soup doesn't work for you, that's okay.
It's okay.
If you
Got
feel
lots of
like
recipes.
your doctor doesn't listen to you, get a different doctor. You know your body, you know your brain.
Right.
And that's why everything we've been doing here is about empowering you with knowledge so that you can take care of yourself and those in your family that you love. And these are her caregivers on deck. These are her caregivers, friend support, husband support, friends, and God and faith are also important, and you will continue to
Absolutely.
cook, right? And
Yeah.
you will continue to use your voice and also to help caregivers, which is what I love.
Yes, very, very important.
Giving away the KitchenAid stuff that looks really complicated to me, but of course everything in the kitchen looks complicated to me.
This is supposed to make cooking easy.
Yes,
This is
Maria.
making-
You
gonna
can
help.
do this.
Yeah, we're going to help Maria.
Every week we say, I can do this, and we have yet to, oh, no, avocado. We kind
We
of
did
cut
it.
the
You
avocado
actually
and we put it
you
on a piece
killed
of
the
toast.
avocado.
Yes,
if
I
I
did
can
that.
remember correctly. But
And
this
all
is
of
easy.
Christina's
This is
recipes are eventually going to be in a book called Food for Thought, so she's going to continue to
Our
develop
book. This is
yes,
our book.
our book for a great cause.
Yeah.
And what's really important,
And
I
for
think,
you.
The brain healthy diet, the heart healthy diet, it's anti-cancer, it's anti-inflammatory, and we hope it pushes Alzheimer's as far back as we
Right.
possibly can. So
Okay.
do you want people to start a prayer circle for you?
Yeah, that would be great. But I also want to now move forward. I don't want this
Okay,
to be
that's
about
enough?
this
We're
is enough.
finished?
We're moving on. If something
Okay.
happens or drastic, I will share it with you. But we're moving on in a positive direction now. And
Okay.
this is what we're doing. We're going to
We're not going
concentrate.
to talk about it anymore.
No,
Okay.
no.
That's
but
called denial, but
no,
it's okay.
no. But if you want to write to me, if you want to say I'm doing fine, but I don't want to make this what we're doing here about what's going on with me. I will share information as we go along and the progress that I'm making. I will do that, but we're moving on in a very happy, positive direction.
Okay, so we're moving on. Butternut squash soup. Recipe on mariashriver.com. We want to remind you about the hashtag on
What
her
is it, Ari?
Facebook page and mine
I already
to get.
forgot.
It's called Maria and Christina's Caregivers, right? And that's
Yes.
all they have to do.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not so technical here. And then you might get this KitchenAid thing.
Right.
It's going to make your life easier.
Right.
But we really want to make it so that the KitchenAid goes to caregivers, right? So
Yes.
if you're not in a caregiver situation, maybe you'll-
Nominate one.
yes,
Nominate one.
Everybody
one.
knows somebody who's taking care of somebody. So
I like that. Everybody knows somebody who's taking care of somebody.
This is good.
This
We
is
should write
good.
that down. Write it down. Put it in a book. We'll
Yeah.
make a book.
great.
That's right. And I want to thank these girls for being here to support their mama as they always have. I want to thank Christina for using her
Thank
voice.
you. I wanna thank you for giving me this voice and everything.
yeah.
What you do for Alzheimer's.
Okay.
You were on the Today Show. You didn't even tell me.
Okay.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because
I missed
like,
it. Did you
I'm-
watch it? She was probably fabulous.
Did you? I hope I was
I'm
fabulous.
sure you were.
I was
you went
trying
without
to
me.
talk about brain power.
Yeah,
It was a series
right,
that
right.
we're doing on the Today Show to bring more attention to the brain and all the different things
Right.
that can help us, because we all have different brains. They all work differently, and we know so little about our brains. So my whole mission is to get inside your brain. Get inside your brain
Yes.
and get you to think about it, because we always say that, like, if we could see our brains being flabby, we would do something about
That's
it. If we
right.
could see that our brains,
Right.
didn't look perfect, we would do something about it. So everything we're doing here is to try to get people to think about the food for their brain, think about exercise for their brain, think about sleep, think about positive energy for your brain and positive family connections.
Hug people. Tell your kids you love them and your friends.
That's
you
right.
Love them.
And just know that even though you haven't gone and gotten a diagnosis, your health is really important. It's fragile, and it's really important to start caring for it today. And no sugar. I say this all the
Yes.
time, but of course I
No
do eat
su-
sugar. I got out
No,
myself.
but you
I
know
do it.
what?
I
The
do it. I did it
cancer
last
cells
night.
feed on sugar.
I know.
It
but I took
does.
I took some bites of some brownies.
No more. Don't do
Yeah,
it in front of
I'm
me
so
because I'll have
sorry.
to smack
I
your
did it
hand.
in front of like myself, and that was even
Don't
worse.
do that. No, seriously. We'll do a whole
Okay.
series of that too. But anyway,
Yeah, we gotta
thank
do
you.
sugar.
And also thank you, Maria, for
Thank you,
everything that
Christina.
you do on behalf of Alzheimer's and always being a great
All
friend.
right, so
to
send
everybody.
her prayers, send
Yeah.
prayers towards
Yeah,
her, do a
I'll
prayer
take it.
circle.
I'll take it.
She'll
Thanks.
take it, and
Okay.
she's going to do great.
Hugs, everybody. Thanks. Thank you, Maria.
Bye.
Thanks, girls.